Soila Monstrua, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but anyway, she asks, do you have any tips for staying positive? Now, in my view, there are two parts to staying positive. A, avoiding drama, and B, choosing to be happy. The good news is neither of these things are very hard to do. So firstly, you want to try to avoid drama and bullshit because that shit is a bummer and it'll ruin your day, week, month, year, life. There are some people that are just overly dramatic and fucking crazy, and you have to limit, if not eliminate, your time around people like this. But I understand sometimes it involves people who are technically your friends, or it could just be otherwise awkward, but you will be better for it in the end, I promise. Secondly, I know this is going to sound kind of hokey, but it's true, you just kind of have to just do it. Here's an analogy. One time a friend and I went to this restaurant together, and the food was really good, but our server had apparently had a bad day or something. She wasn't very helpful, and she definitely wasn't friendly at all. She had kind of a tude going on. Now, after this, my friend understandably decided that she was no longer going to visit this establishment because of the poor service that we'd received. I, on the other hand, have decided to visit this place again a bunch of times. The point of this story is that both of us experienced the same exact thing, but we made different choices afterward. We were not involuntarily forced to react a certain way. We made the choice. And life is the same way. The truth of the matter is life is random and unfair to everyone, but we get to choose how to respond to that. I often tell people that being positive and happy is a choice, and they're like, how can you choose that when life is so shitty? Well, it's just the same way that you choose to be negative and pessimistic, and yes, it is a choice. You could have chosen to be positive, but instead you chose something else. Negativity is not the default, and I'd argue that it's not even unconscious. You voluntarily choose to focus on the negative aspects of life. Life is shittier than it is good, so being positive all the time is impractical and obnoxious. Dude, life isn't shitty. Life isn't anything. Life is just life. Now, if there's some bro following you around trying his best to ruin your life every chance he gets, or if you don't have, access to the basic necessities in life, then maybe you have, room to complain. But in general, you only say that life is shitty because you choose to focus on the shitty aspects of life. It's like, bro, have you ever seen a sunset, or smelled freshly baked bread, or listened to a virtuoso violinist? That shit is beautiful. And that shit makes life worth living. But you're just opportunistically picking out things that don't really matter. And you're telling me that you're not doing the same thing when you talk about how slow traffic is or how much you hate Justin Bieber. Again, you choose what to focus on. I'm not saying I never get upset. I get upset pretty frequently, but it's very easy for me to get over it because I have a positive outlook, and it's easy for me to find ways to make myself feel better. Here's an idea. Next time something makes you smile or anything remotely pleasant happens, I want you to focus on it and bask in it, no matter how small or weird it is. For example, I really, really like the sound of pneumatic impact wrenches. You know, the little drill things that they use to take the lug nuts off your tires? I don't know, it makes me happy. And I love when I get to ride past a tire garage and just listen to that sound. And I know that alone isn't gonna just make me a happy person, but I believe that the combination of focusing on the good things and awesome things in life, it adds up, man. Now, there are certain worldviews that say it's a bad thing to pursue pleasure. And if that's you, then you may need to, look somewhere else for advice about staying positive, because I don't know anything about all that. But this is what works for me. Try it out. Thank you for watching my video. Like I said in the previous video, I'm going to make a video about dating and relationships and romance. So if you have any questions or discussion topics or anything you want me to talk about, drop them in the comments below. Thumbs up if you like the likes, and subscribe if you like my hair. Holla, holla, holla.